My dad, actually, he met my dad my dad was, I'm sure, mowing the lawn or watering the lawn or trying to tell someone how to take care of their lawn, and he met my dad, and Colin was, I guess 5 or 6 at the time. I was 4 or 5, I think 89. I don't know, I can't do math right now. I was 5, Colin was 6. He met my dad, and Colin was like, oh, I live down the street. I've been here for a little while. And my dad said, oh, we just moved in. I have a son who's your age. He's at his mom's right now. He's going to come back. You guys should hang out. Well, we ended up having our first class together, and Colin and I are a year apart, actually. But I'm just that smart. No, I'm just kidding. We had a mixed class. Mixed class. Thank you. And I had a kindergarten. It was a kindergarten, first grade mixed class, and Colin and I had the class together. And I think at that point we had just realized we were neighbors, and so we had our class together, and we really hit it off. It's like my old marriage here, and Tiffany's taking him. So we really hit it off. Actually, we brought snacks to school, and obviously, and come snack time, I would have fruit snacks, and Colin would have 2 sprinkled cookies. And Colin would take open, it was 2 sprinkled cookies in a pack. He would take them open. This was like week 1 of us meeting each other. He handed me a sprinkled cookie. I hand him the half of my fruit snacks. And if there was an odd amount, we'd split it in half. So we were best friends from the start. 23 years ago. Long time ago. And we were best friends for, obviously, forever. We grew up together. We played video games. We played in the street. A lot of people probably here played in the street with us. The Davises, my little brother and sister. Spent many nights playing video games, staying up all night, like, instead of focusing on girls like we probably should have. So then we got to high school, and let me just make sure I got everything here. Then we got to high school, and Colin got his license. And when Colin got his license, we all know what he drove, the Altima. And we got into all kinds of trouble together. But at the end of the day, we were close, and it was always Colin and I. And then we slowly kind of brought people on, and people brought us into their lives, friend-wise, that are at these tables. And then slowly we developed this relationship with kind of our crew, and it's great. And anyway, I really don't want to extend this out, but so then, we were, like I said, instead of chasing girls, we were playing video games, and we were so unoriginal that we brought the same girl to our senior prom. And can you raise your hand if you're here tonight? Raise your hand if you're here tonight. We couldn't even get different girls to go to senior prom together. I think Tiffany's just remembering this. So anyway, trying to fast forward here, sorry. I went away to college, I graduated, I went away to college, kind of Colin and the guys stayed back, and it was tough, but, we remained friends through it all, and even though we're kind of guys and we don't communicate like maybe everyone else does, we're not calling each other every day. Well, Colin, we would text and keep in touch big time, and I would always come out and visit family and all the friends. And Colin did call me when things were serious, and he called me a couple times. And I, when you get that call on a random, Wednesday night, it's not. At least in a guy's relationship, when you get a call on a Wednesday night, it's not to just chat up about, Desperate Housewives, So Colin calls me up and he said, hey man, you know how we were together, or back in high school, we hung out with Tiffany? Well, Tiffany and I are kind of dating now, and I just want you to know, I think I'm actually ready to get a relationship going. So that was really great, and obviously I was very excited, and I said, okay, I'll talk to you next Wednesday in 2 years. So Colin calls me, and he's a Wednesday 2 years later to the day. He says, hey man, I think Tiffany needs to move in with me and Tyler and and we're gonna live together. And you know, I was very excited. Obviously, I think everyone here knows that we saw Colin and Tiffany together. We knew that like something good was coming. You know, it wasn't just, you know, I don't know about on Tiffany's end, but you know, it wasn't just like the next thing. It was the thing. And so, you know, she moved in with him, and it obviously got serious. And then, you know, shoot, a year later, Wednesday, Colin calls me. And what does he say? I got a ring, man. It's going down. And then, you know, I think a month later, he calls me and says, all right, next year you're giving a speech. You'll be here. And that's where we're here tonight. And I think in the end, trying to wrap things up, I just want to say, Tiffany, I love you. We love you. And we're really glad that you came into Colin's life. And, yeah. And you know, for those of us that have gotten to know you kind of more on a relationship level and this kind of level, you know, we've known you for a long time. I think, you know, we're really happy for you guys, and that's serious, you know. And I just want to let you know that that's really where we're at. And Colin, you know, we're very happy for you. Obviously, you know, Colin has his flaws, you know. You know. And I think Tiffany is been able to look through that. Like, he likes Bud Light, which is a big flaw, and he likes white running backs in fantasy football, and that's also a flaw. So hence no trophies. So I'm gonna leave it with this. I'm sorry for taking so long. I apologize. I promise I'll dance and I'll buy all the drinks later. So. I'm going to leave it with this, and I actually saw this somewhere. This is not something that I came up with, obviously. But I really believe in it. Marriage is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. Happiness is marriage, not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. So I think that is just something that I believe in, and many people here who have probably lasted a long time. You know, it's not going to come easy, and it needs to be created. So, we wish luck to you, and